Well, good morning, everybody. How we doing? Hello, Crush. Hello, Baby Whale. What's up, Mel? How we doing? How's it going? We are here, ready to go into our first of two best of fives today. On the left-hand side, it's going to be To the Bitter End. On the right, it's Vinland Raiders. Winner of this series will go on into the lower bracket final, which will determine who is going to make their way into the playoffs, which will be happening next weekend. But we got Dragonshire as map number 1. Alterac and Braxis were banned up by Vinland Raiders. Sky Temple and Towers of Doom banned up by the members of To the Bitter End. So let's see what we got going on here. We start early. We are starting early. We got a long stream day ahead of us, too. Long stream day. We are going to be doing Mario Party with Tatsuki, Big Scary Duck, and Ninja in like 6 hours. That seems about right. DJ, great character or greatest character? I believe you're misspelling Akuma. How's your Street Fighter going? I saw you got into silver or something. Congratulations. It's all about rank, man. It's all about rank. That's all that matters in life is rank. Nothing else matters but rank. Excuse me, sorry, just finished breakfast. We do have a Uther ban, Diablo ban. What else are we gonna get rid of here? Okay, it's gonna be Brightwing. Pretty simple, standard stuff. Nothing too flashy out the gate here from either side. Genji removed as well. That does leave things like Samuro up and available for our Vinland Raiders. Sunday. Silver Gamers Unite. Hell yeah, brother. Congratulations on your rank victory. Big surprise, it's a Blaze. Sorry, I'm still waking up myself. I am tired. We ended up getting a storm here yesterday. Like, it ended up raining for like 6 hours. It was amazing. Ugh. There wasn't even like rain in the forecast, which is nice. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Tell Bandit he's perfect. Mr. Bandit, you are perfect. Mr. Bandit, yes, you are perfect. You'd fit in with the 19% of players in rank playing Akuma? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's actually, I wonder what the spread is on the different characters. Like, is there like an average amount, or is it like kind of? I will fight to my last breath. Does it lean onto whoever's new and shiny? Maev, Rhaegar, Blaze will be the starting picks here for the Vinland Raiders as we get into our ban phase. Oof! Ow! 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 Ninja. That hopefully that's not a hard reinstallation. Sorry. It's like fixing yourself as Terminator. We have all the exact data. Wow, that's actually really interesting from Capcom. They would give all that out. Nubarak banned away, so no burrow charge on that dive heavy composition. I have a feeling this is like. No, I don't think they'll main tank Maev. I don't think they will. If I remember correctly, Vinland Raiders had like an insane game number 1 yesterday with a Maev, so this will be fascinating to see. Next highest is Ken at 8.2. Oh, so Akuma is the shiny thing. I was assuming M. Bison would be. I was assuming Bison was going to be like the highest played character, as he just came out, but maybe he's not the flavor for everybody. Oh! Okay, Samuro's gonna go over to the hands of To the Bitter End. Yo, I would love an Abathur in this game. I don't know if they want to do Abathur, but I would love an Abathur with the Samuro. They'd be lacking a solo lane, kinda, but I mean, you just have the Samuro and win the solo lane. Boom, done. Next. Oh, by the way, we will be getting rid of the delay before we do Mario Party stuff. And what I was thinking too is if the games are done before we're scheduled for Mario Party, obviously we'll reset stream and all that kind of stuff, and then we'll play some ARAMs or something. Oh, Chromie Burden. Sorry, excuse me. Still waking up. I didn't sleep a ton last night. Last pick on the left-hand side. I doubt we're going to be seeing an Abathur. It's probably going to be some solo laner into Blaze, like a Leoric. Would work with their composition. Oh! So it is just going to be Samaro up against the Blaze in the top lane. You'll have Junkrat, Sylvanas, Anduin, Johanna, Core 4 rotation mid-bottom. Interesting. All right. Let's get into it, everybody. I have to wait for the next data drop to get the real read on Bison. He bust past Akuma. Picking Samaro should be this victory. Only counts for 0.5. Oh, is that it? God, I'm sorry. I'm struggling to wake up today. It is a struggle today. You don't know about Abathur on this map? Well, I mean, you can play him on this map. There's my analysis. There's my breakdown. No, I've seen Abathur's on Dragonshire with Samuro. Now with Chromie and Maiev, no, that'd be a bit of a rough go. But either way, let's get into it, everybody. We are here, ready to go. Map number 1 of the day, first best of 5. On the left-hand side, it's going to be To the Bitter End, and we've got an Anduin played by Deviant, Sirdath, Samuro, Mac on Johanna. We'll have a Marl Karks, Sylvanas, and last but not least, Commander Rex. We'll be playing Junkrat. Right side of the map, we're taking a look at Vinland Raiders, Death Knight Rhaegar, Skog Muradin, Svenon Blaze, Nano with your Chromie, and Ultralisk Maiev. 5,000 big ones on the Dirty Samuro Junkrat pickers. Wow. Time Walker's Pursuit level 1 for the Maiev. Ultralisk gets a couple of Fan and Ive resets off of the Samuro clones as the Shield Glare discovers Chromie's Time Trap. Extra wound timers. We'll have Samuro with his Illusion Master. Or Way of Illusion, excuse me. Illusion Master is level 10. Oh man, it is a struggle this morning to wake up. We'll get there. We'll get a couple cups of tea in us, and then it'll be party time. It's party time Sunday. I don't know what that means, but anyways. It's just... Oh, we're here just casting odds. That's all we're gonna be doing. All right. Nothing really flashy. Nothing major note at the beginning of this. We're just gonna be having some camps grabbed across the map. Level 1s are looking pretty simple. Samuro brawling out against Sven. Looks like Sven's just going to play safe in front of the fort front gate. You're a cheap viewer! No, there we go. That Oral Anomaly will be your level 4 pickup for Chromie, as the Siege Giant camp on the right will be grabbed. You got Bruiser camp up in the top lane, moving on in. Sirdath is on the point already for the Sunshrine, swaps over to the clone in lane and continues to try and push up against Sven as Sylvanas does rotate up here to help out. With said Siege, we do have double camp in bottom lane. There was the Bruiser camp grabbed on the low side of this lane and the Siege Giants from Chromie. Time trap on to Johanna. Doesn't seem like she's too phased by that. We'll step up to the point. Step up on the point. For the bottom lane, Moonshrine, it looks like Sirdath will be able to grab top lane back again. Fan of Knives pinned down level 4 for Maiev. We'll see that. We'll see if she can complete that. Subdue, Piercing Light. And that's going to be an easy disengage from Sylvanas here in the lane with a little Haunting Wave trying to go for that Dragonite channel, but won't be able to find it. And Bruiser camp on the right side will be grabbed. Chromie Junkrat are still brawling out, poking at each other in bottom lane. Chromie landing some great Sandblast, though. Hey, nice odds, chat. Thank you so very much. Thanks for participating in the gamble. Alright, so Fort Front Gate is going to be pushed up on. Death Knight helping out Sven over here. Muradin in mid lane, pressuring onto the Johanna, and she'll throw a Shield Glare back at him. This Blaze lands the Jet Propulsion onto a mirror image of Samuro, but still A little bit of siege in top lane, not too bad. Black arrows from Sylvanas were helping out. Murden Dwarf tosses in, lands the Stormbolt. Samuro's able to swap to another mirror image, tap well, and back away. Chastise from Anduin does connect, but that's really all that can be said about it. Back over in bottom lane. Good timing from Nano with this Chromie, landing those Sandblasts immediately after the time trap expires. And Junkrat staying on the point, tanking a bit of damage here. Samuro trying to get the channel. He'll be interrupted by Rhaegar with a bite. Nano back onto the Moonshine. We'll be able to get the 50% channel. Commander Rex interrupted from getting the Hearth out in time as Deviant drops a couple heals onto him with that Desperate Prayer. We'll have the Blow Him Up as well as the Boom Pow. Or excuse me, Bog Down and Boom Pow. Blow Him Up, I believe, is that level 1. Condemned from the Johanna trying to pull Murden around here. Doesn't seem like it's facing him much. And a pretty just back and forth game here. There's really no kills, good soak in rotations, slight experience advantage for the right side team. A little bit from mercenaries, a little bit from minions, and that's going to be pushing up by about 1,000, less than that. A few hundred. Samuro just swaps mirror images, backing away from Blaze in top lane. 29 stacks for Samuro so far, working his way through that Illusion Master or Way of Illusion level 1. No Dragonite, no kills, a lot of camp rotations as we cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like as Chromie tries to land some damage onto the Johanna. Chastise goes out, trying to create some space for her to back away. Iron Skin was activated. Time Trap does catch her for a moment. There's a Temporal Loop onto Mac. Chromie poking at the Anduin, trying to force him back a little bit. What's up, Yanthor? Excuse me, what's up, Yanthor's wife? Wife Thor? Wife Thor. There you go. Good morning. Hope you're all doing well today. Thanks for coming by and checking out the games. Warp toss in from Murden, lands the storm. Oh, nope, he landed the Thunderclap. No Stormbolt to connect. Still just waiting on a potential Dragonite for either side. Ancestor healing, Avatar, Temporal Loop, which is already grabbed. We'll have a bunker for Blaze as well as the Containment Disc. On the opposing side, 10 Talonteers are slightly behind, as I mentioned. A bit more experience has gone over to the side of Vinland Raiders just through camps and minion waves. Commander Rex almost having a beach day right there. A lot of Sandblast from Chromie. So there's the Illusion Master for Samuro. Wailing Arrow, Riptire, Bless Shield, and Life Bomb. Did I read that right? Okay, no. My brain read... My brain read that they have their damage decreased by 100%, and I was like, that's not right. I had to check it twice. Riptire from Junkrat takes down the Chromie. Your first blood in the map is going to be 6 minutes in. Nicely done from Junkrat. Gets a bit of revenge from all that poke damage from Chromie. Nice vault to the Wardens. Ultralisk lands the Umbral Bind, but that's denied by a Iron Skin from Johanna. Samuro is trying to get the mid lane objective. Or the Dragonite channel. Looks like Murden had an interrupt while Blaze, Sven in the top lane will be able to get the Sunshine back under control. Way of Illusion level 1 finished out by the Samuro, as we currently see Murden pressuring onto the Johanna, but I think that's all he's really going to do here. He doesn't have, well, I guess Chromie's rotating in. But they're just going to poke out. Okay. Oh, stackage-wise, no Subdone, no Piercing Light. Pinned Down's got 1 stack currently. And we're still just waiting for a Dragonite. No major structures have fallen. Bit of a slow start here on Dragonshire map number 1, but pretty comprehensive play from both sides. Avatar activated by Muradin. Did get hit with that Sins Exposed, that minus 35 healing. Uh-oh, Stormbolt's good. Rhaegar with the bite. Temporal Loop. Leap of Faith is a little early. Light Bomb to try and zone the enemies as Commander Rex does not go down. It's Rhaegar. And now the chase onto Nano here as the time stop does slow down Junkrat's pursuit. One fort does go down after the kill onto Rhaegar in bottom lane. Chromie, what Time Walker's Pursuit getting some vision. Looks like Samuro was trying to get mid lane channel, but there was enough CC combo to take him down. They discovered the real Samuro for once. As the camp will not be reclaimed by Vinland Raiders. Stolen away. Good Wailing Arrow. Nice jet propulsion. Riptire from Junkrat trying to create some space for Deviant to back away as we currently have a concussion mine zoning the enemies. A good Iron Skin from Johanna, but is it going to be enough? Jet propulsion denied by that Chastise, but the concussion mine is a little not helpful here. Mac is going to go down. I feel like the concussion mine kind of helped and kind of aided in that kill. But either way, it's 2-3 in kills. We have Siege Giants pushing bottom. Massive wave pushed up in top lane as Ultralisk will Hearth out for full. Does have the Sunshine in control. Samuro chilling in mid. He'll drop his mirror images. As a reminder, he does have that Illusion Master level 10, so he can micro them individually. Concussion mine on the point. Blaze, though, can get the channel here. It's just off to the side.
The flame cleanses all.
There we go. Vinland Raiders with a couple wobbly moments here in the beginning, but seem to be stabilizing as they grab Dragonite, find a couple kills, lead in experience. And let's see what they're able to do with this. Samuro, he's getting great damage onto the Dragonite. His mirror images will be popped as well. Gonna deal with that molten breath from the Dragonite. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Johanna stepping up with a Condemn, but doesn't look like she'll find the CC onto anyone. Dragonite does expire. Sven, Blaze, lands the jet propulsion. Light Bomb's their bunker to deny that, absolutely. The allies make the rotation in, but can they save Blaze? Containment disc onto the Johanna. Muradin, Dwarf tossing in, looking for the Stormbolt, only landing onto a minion as Johanna now hit in the face with the jet propulsion. Umbrabind to pull her back. We have a Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas as well. And that'll be Johanna going down. The fight continues, though. Muradin looking for a Stormbolt onto Sylvanas, but she is going to get leapt away just before the Temporal Loop pulls her back. And only one kill will be had into the Johanna here in top lane. Beautifully done from the side of Vinland Raiders, finding their 4th kill and pushing up for level 16. All right, there we go. So, what are we looking for here? It's a 16 town tier advantage for Vinland Raiders. They could be fishing around for a fight. Right now, though, it just seems like the priority is going to be grabbing some camps, pushing up the waves, waiting for the next Dragonite phase, which is probably about, I don't know, 10-15 seconds away from being announced. Time Walker's Pursuit getting some vision onto the Johanna Anduin chilling in bottom lane. Wow, look at that. 10-15 seconds later, the Dragonite announcement happens. Wowee. Nice Dwarf toss into Stormbolt from Muradin. They're prioritizing the Anduin. Containment disc onto the Johanna. The jet propulsion deletes the Anduin. And I do believe this is bottom lane fort going down. Vinland Raiders now getting a second structure. Concussion mine moves Skog in front of the tower shots. Mac trying to get away, gets deleted by Chromie. Wailing Arrow looking for some sort of counter pressure. Speaking of counter pressure, Samuro in top lane throws a mirror image. No, he's not. Never mind. He's going to bring that mirror image right back over here. That one mirror image is taking a little bit of a walk, but I think he might have been setting up for some sort of disengage if the enemy does rotate in. But right now, the enemy is just hard pushing bottom lane onto this keep. So bottom lane keep is going to be this. Oh, wow, that containment disc, max range, connects onto the Junkrat. I don't even think Maev was expecting that. Leap of Fate does save the Junkrat. Unfortunately, the keep does go down, and now the core is exposed. Let's say it's a level and a quarter difference between these two teams, but it is a leading kill with 6-2 for Vinland Raiders as Death Knight steps onto the point for bottom lane. Just take his iPad, he's out of luck. Dang, the ruthlessness in this house. We can only support a few streamers on one account. That's fair. That's understandable. Well, thank you very much. And y'all know that I do my best to manage ads, so even if you have one account that isn't subscribed, at least you won't miss any action here on the stream, because we do manage our ads pretty well. It's one thing I set out to do on my stream. I could sit here and run ads in the middle of the game and try and entice people for subs, but I think the way it works out for our community is better this way. Maybe we get less subs, but you know what? We get the subs that we have. They're the ones that matter. Deviant goes down here in the mid lane from Chromie damage. We currently have Johanna picked off as well. Murd and Dwarf tosses in, looking for the Stormbolt after this. Containment disc does expire, and it's a triple kill for Vinland Raiders as a concussion mine is moving people around, but not really how Junkrat wants, and he's kind of floating around by the keep front gate, and I think there's a win condition being called. I think it is Vinland Raiders calling to end map number 1. Junkrat Samuro for the defense. 20 talents here on the right-hand side. Murda misses the Stormbolt. What did he go at level 20? He's wanting to rewind. He's going to pop that, and he's going to pressure on to Commander Rex, activating Avatar. Samuro caught in the containment disc. The core shielding is starting to drop. Samuro switching to a different clone, but it doesn't matter. 10-2 in kills. 46 minutes. That's weird phrasing. 14 minutes, 46 seconds. Map number 1 goes over to Vinland Raiders. Something, something, something. You cannot give Ultralisk Maiev. It's just crazy good on it. Crazy good. Welcome back, everybody, into... Oh, I forgot to update the score. Welcome back, everybody, into the Ravencourt Team League. I apologize for my lack of awakeness. I did not sleep much last night, and it's very early for me. We got a long stream day. We got a fun day ahead of us, but let's go ahead and get into Infernal Shrines map number 2. Vinland Raiders do lead this best-of-5 series in the lower bracket semifinal. As first pick, we'll go over to the side to the bitter end. So Vinland Raiders have opted to take us to Infernal Shrines for map number 2. And let's continue to chug some tea. It makes you laugh? Good. It's, yeah, I think Zool Rules has the right emote. Zool Rules has the right emote to, showcase my thoughts. It's just Batman, There's a Maiev target ban. Diablo removed as well. Hogger to be banned out. What are they going to get rid of here? You know what I'd love to see from To the Bitter End is if they were to pick up a Zeratul. They played a Zeratul yesterday that was so freaking good. Oh my god, that Zeratul was absolutely outstanding. So I'd love to see another Zeratul pickup. Mephisto is banned away. No Mephisto shenanigans on this map. Chromie's still up and available. Blaze still up and available. We'll see what the To the Bitter End priority is. Will they go for like a first pick Sylvanas, Hanzo, Genji? These are all things that are up and available as well. Just gonna have to figure out what they prioritize, and it is going to be the tiny little Deathwing Brightwing. Blaze Johanna. Very simple start for the Vinland Raiders. They're not going to show much of their draft. They're not going to have. They're going to have many different directions they can head into. So just we'll have to see how it all unfolds. But these next 2 picks on the left-hand side with a Brightwing, what will they grab with this? An ranged assassin. And a ranged assassin. I'm not saying it's a Cho'Gall setup, but it does look like a Cho'Gall setup. Hanzo gives you decent damage and wave clear. I mean Brightwing phase shift, level 1 hyper shift for the extra healing. I mean, it's all the pieces are all in place for a Cho'Gall. We just need the members of To the Bitter End to be not cowards and take the proper hero to take us into a map number 3. With a 1-1 score, excuse me. Man. Existing today is difficult. But realistically, it'll probably just be like a main tank and then maybe the Zeratul. Or either... Probably main tank and Genji or Zeratul. I think they're going to want some high mobility or something like that to dive into the backline. This next ban, probably going to be a healer priority ban. Get rid of something they don't... Oh, no, they're going to get rid of Hammer. Okay. I mean, Hammer does slot into this map pretty well. It works with the composition currently built. What's up, Ashmantle? Good morning. Excuse me. It's a struggle today. There's reflux left and right. They're gonna go triple healer. Oh, is that it? Hypercarry Hanzo. I mean, you could go main tank Uther and pick up a Karazim as well. I mean, that's the thing. Oh boy, Chromie, Anduin. All right, the Genji's still available for either side. This is 5 healer or bust. I think we're a little late for that. This is awkward. Either you take the Genji or you face the Genji is kind of what I'm seeing right here. I doubt it's Shogal. Oh. I doubt he's awake because it's like 8:30 in the morning for him, but Orpheus here. Yo, Jimmy, what's up, bud? Good to see all of you in chat. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming by. Happy Sunday, everybody. I didn't sleep a lot last night. I got some horrible reflux today, apparently. Like, I got heartburn. 7:30 in the morning and I got heartburn, man. I already took Tums already, too. I assume this is Genji with the Anduin pickup. Nope, they're gonna go Sylvanas. Okay. Alright, the Mal'Ganis will be interesting.
You know this invite you serve him because he paid me a freaking fortune, you moron. You got paid?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Clock, thank you for the tier 1 for 32 months. Thank you so much for the continued support. Appreciate that greatly. Let's get into it. Infernal Shrines is going to be our second map of the day. I'm doing my best to wake up as quickly as possible, but we got our gamble going here, and let's see what's going to happen. Vinland Raiders do lead this best of 5 series. Let's go ahead and see how things work out on Infernal Shrines. I personally would really love to see a Dark Conversion Mal'Ganis, but well, a man can dream. We'll see in 10 levels what's going to happen here. Ultralisk for the side of Vinland Raiders will be playing the Sylvanas. We got a Death Knight on your Anduin. Skog Johanna, Sven on Blaze, Nano Chromie.
The light shall bring victory.
Sure thing, Anduin. Left-hand side is going to be to the bitter end. We've got a Commander Rex Hanzo. Marl Kark's going to be playing the Orpheus. Serdath on Leoric. Deviant with your Brightwing, who's currently locked behind. And then we have a Mac on Mal'Ganis. Looks like we have a tiny little pause. All right, well, we're in it. Thank you for the Twitch gambles. And, yeah. All right, weird. It was one of the, what's it called? It was one of the, what's it called? Prize pool incentives. I can't remember the name of the 2 movies I've watched, even with clips. I don't get how you're always on top of these obscure movie references. Because I like watching movies, and movies have been a big part of my life. I mean, I've watched Evil Dead 1, I can't tell you how many times. I've seen Blazing Saddles a dumb amount of times, so... I don't know, that was just a thing for me when I was a kid. Like... It's like, oh... You rented Blazing Saddles from Blockbuster? You have it for 7 days? I'm gonna watch it 6 times. I don't know. Rewatched a lot of movies. I enjoy watching movies. I have a pretty decent memory as well. Like, quite literally, we were talking yesterday about the Southern Reach trilogy, and I was just referencing all the things that the books ended with, and one of the viewers, like Gellis, actually was like, how do you remember all this? Granted, I did read those books about a year ago, so, I mean, it's not that long ago. Like, there's the Blues Brothers reference I make all the time, but I've seen Blues Brothers stupid amounts of time, too. Blues Brothers is a classic, man. There are only a couple that could be called obscure. Yeah, I'd say the movies that we reference are pretty popular. Or at least cult classics. Anyways, all right, let's get into the game here a little bit. We are finally back into all of this, and we have target practice Hanzo, level 1. And go in Q build. Let's take a look and see how his stackage is looking. Needs to hit Anduin 3 times, Chromie twice, and Sylvanas 3 more times. I don't think I've ever watched a movie more than once, unless I completely... Oh! Yeah, I've rewatched movies tons of times. I've watched... I mean, I just rewatched Annihilation for the 3rd or 4th time a couple days ago. God, that movie's good. Well, first objective phase. Is this first? Yes, it is. Sorry, just it feels like we've been in this map for longer than we have. First objective phase is going to be the Frozen Arcane Punisher. Looking pretty promising over to the side up to the bitter end. Sylvanas is pushing things down in bottom lane, but Maro Karks is going to be here to dissuade the Sylvanas. Chromie able to clear out the wave quite quickly. What's she going at level 20? She did level 7. She has the Backbiter. She's going Mind Devourer still. Okay. Sometimes we see the, I think it's Insatiable Hunger is the level 7, which is the scaling on your Chomp. But no Chomp scaling. Uh-oh, hold on. Mac is getting a little bit low. Phase shift from Brightwing. Temporal Loop coming through from Chromie. Johanna steps in, and Chromie's able to take down the Hanzo with the assistance of Johanna here. And yet you've watched HOTS every day for 10 years, yeah? Oh, that chop almost takes down Ultralisk, and they won't be able to chase it any further. A witch sandwich is where you have 2 pieces of bread in which you have something to put between... What? Did I have a... Am I reading things correctly today? When it comes to Twitch, you're not 100% watching. I mean, same with movies. If I've seen a movie before, I'm not going to sit there and like, oh my god, I'm glued to the TV. I might get up and start cooking dinner, and then like listen to the movie and poke my head and catch a bit here and there. Paler camp to be grabbed for bottom lane. Skog stepping in here. Looks like we do have a bit of a fight over this. Chromie stepping in. There's a Night Rush from Mal'Ganis. No Jet Propulsion connection, but the Light Bomb coming through. That's a lot of damage onto Mal'Ganis. He has no level 10. He has no Carrion Swarm, and he's got no way to get out of the live. Third kill over to the side of Vinland Raiders. Oh, Wailing Arrow, Temporal Loop, Light Bomb, Bless Shield, and the Bunker for Blaze. Frozen Punisher will be our second Punisher of the game. Hanzo with the Dragon Hungers at level 7. We did see a flawless technique yesterday, and it was getting crazy good damage. Maybe, just maybe, these players have finally learned the ways of the best level 16 for Hanzo. But it looks like Commander Rex is going to be taken down here. We have a pause for some reason. Another pause. Let's go ahead and find out what all that's about. It was from the Blues Brothers you mentioned? Wait. That's a line from Blues Brothers? Really? I know there's the line where it's just white toast. That's it? You just want some white toast? Yeah. No, the line that we always would reference, it was actually my buddy's dad constantly would reference it. We got all kinds of music here. Country and Western. No, we have both kinds of music here. That's what it is. We have both kinds of music here. Country and Western. Oh. Alright, looks like we have the readies being requested. We should get back into game in just a moment. Sorry for all the delays, everybody. Readies are there. Let's get back into it.
Red team has destroyed a fortress.
Eternal Feast goes out, and that's all I can say about it. It is going to be a Carrion Swarm Mal'Ganis. No Dark Conversion in this game. Chomp from Orphea. Leap of Faith will save Scope. Wailing Air going out into a few enemies. Mal'Ganis diving in deep with the Fellclaw, trying to take down Scope here. And the Carrion Swarm will activate. That should be enough damage to take down the Johanna. Level 20 Seeker Swarm will be really good. Mal'Ganis doesn't get that third hit with the Fellclaws or the stun onto Sylvanas. But the fort still goes down. The Punisher awakening in 16 seconds. Johanna will be respawning just as that happens. Meanwhile, Sven on the Blaze in top lane is pushing things out, and Commander Rex trying to get some more stackage. Let's take a look here and see how that is looking. Got to hit Anduin Chromie Sylvanas twice more, but does have that 30% range increase. Rawhide is the best Blues Brothers song. That is a really good song.
Because he paid me a freaking fortune, you moron. You got paid?
It's me from the soul.
Jet Propulsion in from Blaze, misses. Leoric does go down to Sylvanas. A Blessed Shield from Johanna activated as the Mal'Ganis will be bopped by the Chromie. Devastated, thank you for the tier 1 for 24 months. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 2 years. And it's me from the sauna. Ooh, oh, sauna sounds so good right now. Like, jump in the sauna and then, like, go jump in the lake. The lake is super cold, but, oh, man. Jumping into a lake after being in a sauna is just choice. Thank you for the 2 years, my friend. I hope you've been well. Thanks for coming by. I feel like I haven't seen you in a little bit, so thanks for being here. The Rubber Biscuit song. The Rubber Biscuit song, huh? That's a new one for me. You're not talking about the Blues Brothers sequel with, what's his face? John Goodman, are you? Because that one I don't know a ton about. I've seen that one a couple times. The only thing I really remember from that Blues Brothers movie, I think it's like Blues Brothers 2000, is the Riders of the Storm cover they did. That one's fantastic. Dragon's Arrow goes wide from bottom lane. Chromie or Orphea does go down to the Johanna. Entomb from Leoric, and that's really just to create some space for Brightwing to back away. Punisher still pushing up in the bottom lane.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Oh, and this game is 7-1 in kills, favoring the side of Vinland Raiders, who are up by almost 2 levels. It's looking rough to the bitter end in this series. It's a best of 5. Winner of this goes on to the lower bracket final coming up next, which is another best of 5, and the winner of that goes into the playoffs next weekend. I am out of tea. I keep looking at my teacup, hoping that tea will just magically appear. I need to teach Bandit how to go get tea. That's really what I gotta do. Temporal Loop, Blessed Shield, Light Bomb, everything, and the kitchen sink thrown onto Mal'Ganis, who gets a Night Rush. Somehow Mal'Ganis is still alive. Somehow. Marl Karks is poking in. Leoric still will go down, tries to cheat a bit of death here. Lands the Drain Hope in his death form for a couple seconds of death timer reduction. But this is going to be our next Punisher, Mortar Punisher in the mid lane coming up soon. Oh, but Blues Brothers 1 is such a classic. I mean, there's so many big names in that. Like, Aretha Franklin has a whole thing. You have, oh, I'm blanking on his name. Oh my God, who? Ray Charles pops in there as well, and he does a song. Oh God, there's so many good actors and actresses in that, and also musicians. $16 talent here. It's looking rough here, I gotta be honest. It's looking real rough for to the bitter end. Now, how do they start coming back? Finding single target picks would be big. Unfortunately, Vinland Raiders are not going to give that over. You can see that there's some grouping. Even though Sylvanas was clearing out top lane a moment ago, Blaze wasn't too far of a rotation to help her out. Anduin and friends are just chilling on the lower side of the map, but not, once again, not a very far rotation from the others around. And it actually is just Vinland Raiders just chilling, waiting for the objective. They're going to spawn these camps, and realistically, Vinland Raiders, they could be going out and sharking around for some kills, but they're going to play this passively and slow, and they're playing their game. Quite literally, to the bitter end, is like, cool, we can't see the enemy on the minimap. We're just going to wait for these waves to crash into us. There has to be some sort of gank shenanigans being set up. I mean, you haven't seen the enemy team for at least a minute on the minimap. There's no camps popping. I can't blame them for being so turtled up right now.
Power. Prepare to activate it.
All right, so then camps will start popping, and they're like, okay, so we kind of know where the enemy is. James Brown also pops up in there? Yeah, that's true, that's true. I always loved the Minnie the Moocher song. That one was so well done. I also love that, like, they go from behind the curtain kind of just like in regular clothes, and then they count in the song, they open the curtain, and everyone's in like white three-piece tuxedos or whatever. I love that. It's so good. Condemn from the Johanna starts us out. Wraithwalk from Leoric. It is 16 talents here on both sides. Currently a Blaze pressuring onto the Orphe on the top left of our screen. Condemn from the Johanna. Light Bomb as well. Decent damage. Oh, that's a great Dragon's Arrow. Provides enough room for Brightwing to back away as the Eternal Feast will get tick after tick onto this Blaze, who does summon his bunker in time. Leoric is going to go down. No kills onto the side of Vinland Raiders. As to the bitter end, they're looking to make something happen here. Mal'Ganis thought he had blind as a bat right there, but I don't think he actually does, no. Orphea goes down to Chromie, and it looks like this is the call to disengage. Vinland Raiders might be pushing to win.
Red team has summoned a Mortar Punisher.
Alright, so 2 seconds on Leoric to respawn. 19 on Orphea. We have a Jet Propulsion in from Blaze. Decent damage onto Mal'Ganis, who activates his Fell Claws, Night Rush into the Blaze. Black Arrows from Sylvanas lock down the keep for a few more moments here. Possession from Sylvanas steals more minions away to bolster the siege. It's looking pretty promising. The members of Vinland Raiders playing to the far side of this keep. Jump from Punisher lands onto Mal'Ganis. There's going to be a follow-up Jet Propulsion, as well as your Blessed Shield. Currently at Marl Kark's going down. It's looking like it's an ending for this map number 2 to the side of Vinland Raiders. Slowly, though, very slowly in this, as priority onto the core is not really the case. It seems like getting more kills is going to be the priority right now. Sylvanas Haunting Wave. Wailing Arrow does not take down the Brightwing. And Johanna and Leoric will be traded. Bolt of the Storm from Sylvanas as she's going to try and trade into Hanzo. The GG is called, as Hanzo will not go down, but still, this is map number 2 over the side of Vinland Raiders. Ah! All right, let's get set up for our next map. Could be the final map of this best of 5. Could be a very quick best of 5 for the lower bracket semifinal. We're going to be heading into the lower bracket final up next. Be sure to subscribe like all the other lovely people have already done today.
of eternity.
Welcome back, everybody, into the Raven Court Team League Group B Round Robin. Not really Round Robin, elimination matchup. We are currently in the lower bracket semifinal. Winner of this series goes to lower bracket final. Currently, Vinland Raiders lead the series 2-0. As this is a best of 5, Vinland Raiders 1 map away. They did say they want to make today a short day, which for me that doesn't work out because I need games to go long. I was really hoping these would be 2 best of 5s that go the full series duration because we have Mario Party, but that's not for another 5 hours. That's not for another 5 hours, roughly. So, just gotta casually fill another 5 hours of streaming content. So yeah, if this series could go a little bit longer, that'd be nice. We still have another best of 5 after this. Battlefield of Eternity, though, will be map number 3. Chosen by the side of Vinland Raiders. Oh, wait, no, never mind. No. To the bitter end, opted in for map pick priority. So there is something. There's something that they want to employ on this map. So first pick goes over to the side of Vinland Raiders. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. Okay. What do we have so far? So Vala, Diablo are going to be banned away. Another auto attacker. Gonna get rid of Uther. I expect this to be another Maiev ban. Ultralisk on Maiev was just devastating to deal with, and I don't think they want to give that back over to him. Unless they plan on taking it on the side of to the bitter end, but I don't like, you still have first pick over on the side of Vinland Raiders, so yeah. They thought about it. I definitely think there was a conversation, like, maybe we can just take Maiev, and it's like, no, they'll probably just first pick it if we let them have it, and good call. So first pick priority, we still have Blaze available. There's a lot. There's Brightwing, Blaze, Augur, Hanzo's good on this map. I mean, it's really whatever flavor you're leaning into, but everything but the 4 heroes at the top of the screen. Wowee! Another Blaze. Crazy. Who would have thought it would have been a Blaze? Not me. First 2 picks for the left-hand side. What do they want to start with? Also, it is such an overcast, rainy day today, and I am loving it. Oh my god. I love sunlight and I love our sunny blue sky days, but it's so nice to have just an overcast, like cloudy, rainy, dark day. Oh, like I was walking into the kitchen and it felt like it was like still like 6 a.m. Like the sun hadn't fully come out yet. Actually 5:30 realistically. It's by 6 a.m. it's bright as heck out here. Blaze, Lucio, Li Ming. Okay. I'm not saying it's a Cho'Gall setup, but it is a Cho'Gall setup. Ice water? Ice water? Disgusting. We drink tea. I also returned the borrowed cat back to his owner. Why were you borrowing your owner's... Why were you borrowing someone's cat? Did you need to, like, knead some dough or something? Uh-oh. Missed a ban. Samuro target ban. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a Cho'Gall setup here, aka Bahamut sees 3 heroes chosen and 2 spaces left. I mean, but it does work. Li Ming, Lucio, Blaze, it all works. I just want the fun hero. I just want a fun hero. That's all. Chromie Murden, though, were picked up on the left-hand side. Decent damage. Genji Brightwing will go with that as well. I actually really love the draft of To the Bitter End. Need to... Oh, got you. Well, good on you, Forget What. Nicely done. Good on you being a good neighbor, or friend, or person. Cats are returnable? Yes and no.
With every death comes honor. With honor
It's a really ugly Cho'Gall. Oh, I was hoping we'd see a Zeratul from to the bitter end. This actually was a game-winning tool for them yesterday in one of the series they played. So let's see if they can turn it around and take us into a map number 4. I'm rooting, I'm tooting for more maps. Nothing against Vinland Raiders. I just want more games. That's just that's my opinion. Ding-a-ling-ling, get your gambles in. Thank you, Ash Mantle. Here we go. Here we go. I'm not trying to hype up the gamble or anything like that, or even the matchup, but I do believe Sirdath has such a good Zeratul in his repertoire, so I'm very excited to see how this works out. This was a linchpin. Linchpin, is that the right word for it? This was a crucial hero in a series yesterday that allowed that series to go to a map number 3, so let's see if this will be the crucial tool to take us into a map number 4. How did I get over here? That was weird.
Prepare yourselves for battle.
And that's the bottom line. That's my favorite Stone Cold saying. Right side is Vinland Raiders, one map away from going into the lower bracket final. We got a Sven Blaze, Nano on your Hanzo, Skog playing a new Breck, Ultralisk on Li Ming, and Death Knight is your Lucio.
10 seconds.
Left side is to the bitter end. We got Moral Karks playing Genji, Sirdath on the Zeratul, Mac playing Muradin,
To arms.
Commander Rex on Chromie, and Deviant Brightwing. Shadow Hunter for our Zeratul. We got Muradin with third wind for more sustainability and a higher threshold of healing. Deep breathing for Chromie, building up those Dragon Breath stacks. Sybil Geometry Hanzo, Legion of Beetles. We've got the Adrenaline Stim Pack. And smooth moves for Lucio. Cha-cha real smooth. Definitely, now that we've had one cup of tea, I can feel myself waking up a bit more. Those first 2 maps are a bit of a struggle for me. I apologize. I'm sorry, Big Sid, is that a wrestler line or something? I did see SummerSlam is early August. I like watching the big wrestling events like SummerSlam and WrestleMania and stuff like that. Those are cool. I miss out on some of the storylining stuff, but I can piece it together enough. I don't know, they're just always fun. It's a good excuse to make wings. Any semi-large sporting event I can make wings for. It's a good excuse. If I kind of messed up, I should have scheduled our Mario Party next weekend. That way I could watch the Euro 2024 final matchup today. It's Spain versus England, which should be pretty good. Should be a pretty fun 90-minute game. Yeah, I assumed that Big Sid, but I had to ask because I was just like, I don't remember that line at all, but I mean, Stone Cold, I mean, that was back when I was in the 5th grade when I was watching SmackDown and Raw. Back when it was the WWF. And then the World Wildlife Foundation was like, hey, you guys are kind of using our abbreviation. And that's when a bunch of there was the panda T-shirt with the folded chair hitting another panda. That T-shirt became pretty popular because of that. I remember when we were super young, my older brother had a WWF sticker, and it had a panda on it. And I was like, why does the Wrestling Federation have a panda logo? Uh-oh, Sirdath, the top lane. Zeratuli's got no mobility. That is a second kill over to the side of Vinland Raiders, who are not allowing the Zeratul to scale. They want to make this map happen fast and quick. Keeping that Zeratul at a lower level so he doesn't get that nice 13-16 area scaling. But either way, our first objective phase is here. We got a level lead over to the side of Vinland Raiders, who land the jet propulsion to the face of Muradin. Sven getting really low. The Pyromania will expire. Good body blocking for a Nubrak allows this Blaze to back away. Marl Karks wants to continue getting some more Shuriken stacks. 19 out of the 60 on that Shuriken Mastery level 1. Currently have 12 stacks on the Deep Breathing for Chromie, 8 stacks on Simple Geometry for Hanzo, and 6 for Zeratul on the Shadow Hunter. Smooth moves, wall ride from Lucio. Soundwave to push back a few enemies. Nubrak burrows in, doesn't land the charge. No CC. I love the Attitude era, then there was the Ruthless Aggression era, and then the PG era was poo-poo. I would say I watched wrestling pretty consistently with my older brother back in, like, 1997 to like 2002-ish. I'd say like 97, 98 is probably when I started watching. So I was like 6 to 7 years old. That sounds about right. Might have been a little bit later, but still, somewhere in that area. But I remember the early 2000s I stopped watching wrestling. Not that I didn't like it, I was playing video games and chasing girls. We have Bottom Blade Fork going down currently. Zeratul is putting pressure onto Blaze, but it doesn't look like he's too threatened as I look at his health bar on the top of our screen. Currently have an Impale from a Nubrak landing onto this Chromie. Muradin able to Dwarf Toss to the side. That was the Attitude area? Okay. Yeah, I don't remember too much detail outside of maybe like some finishers and maybe some of the wrestlers that were around. But like, that was also during the time when these large events like WrestleMania and stuff like that, those would be on like pay-per-view, and that was never a thing my parents ever paid for. So I remember like, I had a friend in the 5th grade, and he got to see them, like he got to watch all of them on pay-per-view because his family was big into wrestling, all of them. So he'd come to school the next day and tell me all about it. And that's how it was, like in the early 90s, like late 90s, early 2000s. Quite literally, you would have your friends like tell you about TV shows. Like, a lot of my friends didn't have Cartoon Network, and I did, so I'd get home from school every day and watch Dragon Ball Z, and then the next day at school I would tell my friends like, "Aw, dude, Goku was beating Frieza's ass!" Dude, I remember rushing home because it was around the time my older brother knew already, like, the Frieza saga or whatever. So he knew that's when Goku went Super Saiyan, so he kept telling me, he's like, dude, it's gonna happen soon. Get ready. He's gonna go Super Saiyan. So every day I get home from school waiting for it. Death Knight! Oh, Genji does have the Swift Strike in to get the kill, and that will be a kill over to the side of, to the bitter end. Unfortunately, they will trade their Chromie and their Brightwing. A couple resets for Li Ming here, as a Cocoon did land onto this Genji, and he dead.
I fight for the glory of the high heavens.
So, we have got our Immortal phase here. Few kills have gone over to the side of Vinland Raiders in the last couple moments, which have pushed them past level 10. We do have that High Five, Cocoon, Dragon's Arrow, Wave of Force, and Bunker for Blaze. Zeratul does finish out as level 1, getting all those regeneration globes. Let's actually cycle through the other numbers because 10 talent tiers will be on the left side soon. And we already have Temporal Loop for Chromie. Mortal goes to top lane. Let's see, is this a keep push? Are we gonna go beyond the keep? Let's find out. It's very early in the game. We're only 7 minutes. We're just shy of 8 minutes realistically. Link heal, Avatar, Might of the Nerazim, X Strike for Genji. Blaze and Anubrak are pushing up bottom lane. Looks like Zeratul did take a chunk of damage. Gonna have to hearth out for a quick Way to get back to full Muradin. He wants to try and take down the Lucio and will be able to with the help of Genji's X-Strike. Genji still chasing on the Nano. Brother chasing brother, and that will be a kill onto Hanzo. Brightwing comes in with a blink heal, and now Nubrek in this corridor needs to back away. The Immortal, someone needs to start dealing some damage to this bad boy because he is chunking through structures. Phase shift from Brightwing interrupted by a impale from a Nubrek. Now Li Ming polymorphed by Brightwing, and you can hear the Li Ming death yell, I guess you could call it. Lucio has respawned. Keep does go down, but Blaze should fall here. No Finland to be achieved, but that's a really, really good shift in experience for the side of to the better end. They really needed a bunch of those kills. They do lose their keep. There haven't been any. Ooh, that gate. The gates are still up. Oof. It's a long road for to the bitter end to actually take this map number 3. But the Zeratul hitting level 10 seems to have really shifted things. That team fight in the top lane was extremely promising. Hanzo's Sonic Arrow discovers the enemies on this camp. Muradin will be seen as well. Lands the Stormbolt onto a Nubrek, but no camp to be invaded. Someone's using Diablo Announcer. I think Skog. Sounded like Diablo. Oh, collision course. We're going to be seeing acid-drenched mandibles. Not very... Don't see this very often. Attacking a hero that is slowed, rooted, or stunned increases Nubrek basic attack damage by 80% for 4 seconds. Lucio with the heavy casters. Of course, we got a collision course, which adds an additional 458. The baseline damage on Jet Propulsion doesn't have a ton. It's like 87 right now. Colliding with a hero deals 87 damage, but then you also have that extra 400 or so that's coming through from collision course, so that's the big buff right there. Beautiful time stop from Chromie as she avoids the cocoon from a Nubrek, who was caught by a time trap. X-Strike from Genji as he tries to back away. The Jet Propulsion from Blaze just shy. Zeratul goes in, almost taking down Nano. And I thought those Sandblasts were going to take down the enemy. The phase shift from Brightwing onto Commander Rex. Blink heal over to Sirdath immediately. Objective phase spawning here on the east-west positioning in defensive spots for both teams. Some pre-taps onto the well for the side of Vinland Raiders, or to the bitter end, excuse me. Vinland Raiders already set up to start racing on this. Genji may be looking to dive into the backline. Zeratul grabs a wave in top. It's 13s on both sides. You got that Shin Gun for our Genji, which is a good way to get some burst damage if you land all 3 shurikens onto a single target. Zeratul, okay, hold on. Zeratul goes in, almost getting taken down, able to blink away rapidly. Bunker forced out from Blaze as the temporal loop was used. By the way, we've had alerts during games, and doesn't seem to be bothering people, so I think I'm going to leave them on. Doesn't seem like it's really affected the gameplay too much, and people seem to be okay with it, so... At least I haven't had anyone in chat complaining about it. So I think we'll leave those on for the foreseeable future, because also it makes my life easier, because... then the Twitch alerts don't break from being off in one scene. Jet Propulsion just after the cocoon. The time stop from Chromie. She's so dead. Oh, no, that's Genji, excuse me. Genji is still so dead. Dragon's Arrow. Muradin getting hit with a Arcane Orb magic missile combo. Sirdath tries to get into the backline onto Ultralisk. Little high fives out from Lucio. Is he going to be able to reactivate and jump in? He does jump over the wall. Good damage onto Ultralisk. High fives from Lucio helping out, and a Nubrek.
First step towards being sort of good at something.
Maybe never mind. Maybe never mind. What am I complaining about? How cute you are. What perfect timing, Crush. Beautiful timing. Thank you for the 100 bits. Immortal goes into bottom lane. Top lane camp is going to be cleared away.
Blue team's core is under attack.
All right, so Nubrek's back. 16 talents here soon for the side of Vinland Raiders. But Muradin and friends, I think they want to find a flank into this. They're fine. Oh, that's a really good push off from Lucio. Deflect from Genji, activated Cocoon onto the Zeratul. They break him out immediately. Dragon's Arrow goes to the side of a few enemies. Mac is so very low. The Arcane Orb catches his heels. He drops a Thunderclap. And the Stormbolt in the wrong direction, but it doesn't matter. Muradin will go down. This is, I believe, the beginning of the end. Chromie times out. She is going to be bursted down. Li Ming gets a reset. Mario Kart's trying to get out of here, and unfortunately, I do believe the Zeratul hyper carry is not going to work out. And not really hyper carry, but the Zeratul draft does not work out. They take down the Anubrak, but it doesn't matter. The Immortal's getting great shield damage. The damage on core between Hanzo, Blaze, and Li Ming is enough. I don't think they're going to be able to deny this core call, as that is a Brightwing to fall. Marl's the last one alive. Muradin has respawned, but it doesn't matter. That is going to be core falling. A quick 3-0 for the side of Vinland Raiders, who jump into the upper bracket final coming up next. I was paid out the wrong bet. Oh god, it's only 8:19 in the morning. It's only, wow, that was a best of 5 that was done in roughly an hour and 20 minutes. It's a little fast. That's a little fast. With live games, you average about 30 minutes between draft, game, and all that stuff. It's about 30 minutes. We did 3 maps in a little less than that, so bit of a speed run this morning. Bit of a speed run. I mean, realistically, the finals for the Euro 2024, they're not for another like 3.5 hours. So we can slow down a little bit here. We can start slowing down a little bit. Let's take our time. Let's have a best of 5 series that goes all 5 maps.